just enough ammo.
What's going on, guys? I'm a regular guy with the Regular Guy Firearms channel. Thanks for watching, and I'm glad that you guys joined me because for the first time in a while, we're doing a pistol review. Now, check it out, guys. I know this is kind of a long time coming and all of that jazz, and yes, I know I'm doing the CZ review, guys. I'm doing it, and I'm probably going to do the MMP 2.0 video too, or review also. Just be patient. I have to be able to get it first, okay? So, with that being said, though, we're doing a review on this guy. Now, there's a lot of reviews out on this already, and realistically, this is just my perspective on it, views. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and cover this guy. Now, this is a single-stack baby Glock that was put out actually quite a while ago now. I'm not saying like years and years ago, but it was put out a little while ago now. I can't say it's recent anymore. Okay. Now, as far as the review is concerned, this is actually going to be fairly short, okay, because honestly, this is another one of those really, really boring reviews, and that's why it's awesome. Okay. Now, first and foremost, again, we're looking at a single-stack magazine, okay. It is a rather short capacity gun. There are basically two different types of magazines that come out with it, little pinky extension magazines and flush mags. Me personally, I can handle either or, but because I have long and skinny fingers, but I personally prefer the little pinky extensions, mainly because it's just a little bit more to grab onto. Glock, being inventive but not at all, decided that they were going to put this pistol out and put them out in basically the same format that they put out all of their quote-unquote new pistols and stuff like that. There's Gen 4-esque texturing on the grips, but they stop about halfway as they do most of their other pistols. You may or may not decide that stippling is a thing for you, depending on application and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you right now, this is getting stippled with a soldering iron pretty quickly. But, of course you have your standard magazine release buttons and slide stop that's real low profile and stuff like that. And then you have not a set of decent sights, but a set of factory Glock sights that are plastic and shear off easy, and I hate them. But with that being said, I'll tell you what, as far as a little pistol is concerned, I was surprised at how accurate the thing was. Very surprised, because I'll be doing some shooting at like 50 yards with it, and of course I'm not shooting 100% at 50 yards with a baby pistol. It's just not happening. But where I did well, there were good centered up hits from what's considered, especially with a gun this size, far away, right? And what's neat about these as well is that they are indeed reliable little pistols, okay? There really are not that many out there. Now, again, there's going to be a whole slew of people that are like, oh, well, my tiny 380 from someplace is fantastically reliable and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm sure your pistol works fine. But the point that I'm making is that I've seen a lot of them not work as well, particularly with defense ammunition and stuff like that, because it's just higher powered stuff, and those guns don't like them, or they eat themselves apart, something like that. But this guy handles himself really well. You can see in the recoil impulse and the shoot footage that, yeah, it's a little snappy, but it handles itself good. And the best part is that I've cycled basically 3 different types of hollow points through this guy. Well-known stuff, okay? We're looking at, Hornady, we're looking at Spear, and we're looking at some Federal. some really common stuff that you'll find in like Walmarts and whatnot. Okay, just to see what it would and wouldn't cycle, and I couldn't find anything that it wouldn't. So, okay, cool. It's a little pistol that Glock makes that runs just as well with whatever you try to feed through it. Good stuff, right? Additionally, the triggers in them aren't terrible. And this seems to be a problem with a lot of little defensive pistols and stuff like that, like your Rugers and stuff like that, to where the sights aren't that great on them, and the triggers are also not that great on them. And this has basically a factory Glock trigger in it, which is just fine. If you are about your individual skill and fundamentals, then a factory Glock trigger is going to work just fine for you. And they come with standard sized pistol sights, which is great. Now, don't be misled. This won't take like a set of Glock 19 sights or something, okay? There are special sights for it, like Glock 43 sights. But what I'm saying is that they are a good set of pistol sights rather than some tiny, insignificant little things that you won't even want to use in the first place. This is a usable, shootable little pistol, and it does its job very, very well, especially if you come correct as far as pistol shooting is concerned. But with all that being said, I put a lot of rounds through this little guy, about 1,000 through it, and that's like my base for a review and stuff like that, is to put about 1,000 rounds through it. There's probably going to be a longevity review on this little guy because I want to see how well it does over time. But good thing, it was boring as hell to review. So, with all that being said, guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the comments box below. And remember, a regular guy's firearm is the last defense against tyranny. Be easy.